Jerry, Jerry, Jerry! Welcome to Ms. Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 WTF moments on The Jerry Springer Show. Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. For this list, we're taking a look at the craziest, funniest, and weirdest moments to ever occur on The Jerry Springer Show.
He couldn't stay still for that, by the way.
Yeah, so we...
This is just wonderful.
Would you like to try it?
No.
Number 10. Kung Fu Hillbilly. Who could forget David, the self-proclaimed Kung Fu Hillbilly?
Yeah. He ain't got to leave the trailer. He can stay there. But now if they gonna be doing it, he gonna have to give me my money.
He came on the show because he was having a problem with his roommate, Lil Wayne, not to be mistaken for the Grammy-winning rapper of the same name. David mastered the art of Kung Fu by watching countless Chuck Norris and Jean-Claude Van Damme movies on his VCR.
In front of my mirror, I've practiced it and I've studied it a great deal and I've got this down pat. Now, and he comes out here acting a fool, I'm gonna Kung Fu him. And all you big boys just stay back and let me do my thing.
In fact, David was so confident in his fighting abilities that he told security not to interrupt him while he's doing his thing. When Lil Wayne comes out, it doesn't take long before the two men are shirtless and throwing punches. Well, one of them was throwing punches. David was obviously sticking to the karate chop. Number 9. Cheating with a stripper. If there's one thing the Jerry Springer Show is synonymous with, it is revelations about infidelity, like when this guy informed his girlfriend that he's been sleeping with a stripper.
I love you and I would never do nothing intentionally hurt you, but I have been sleeping with a stripper.
Sure, he claims it was purely physical, but his girlfriend doesn't want to split hairs and starts smacking him in the head.
I'm paying her.
You care?
She's mad.
You what?
She's just a hoe.
Things go from bad to worse when the stripper enters the fray and a fight breaks out between the two women. With the crowd chanting, the stripper flashes her breasts and starts dancing on a pole. Meanwhile, the girlfriend is backstage throwing up. With the stripper refusing to be quiet, Springer has her escorted off stage. Why was there a stripper pole on set anyway?
Why? Hey, please
This
be
right here
quiet.
from Saturday.
It looks
Stop
good
it.
on you.
Stop it. I'm going to ask you
It
to
really
leave the
does.
stage. Take her off the stage.
You know why? Because it's from your
Take
hair,
her off
honey.
the stage. You're out.
Number 8. The KKK incites a brawl. What do you get when you invite members of the Jewish Defense League and the Ku Klux Klan onto the same stage?
He's the founder of the JDL, the Jewish Defense League, a very controversial organization. Here is Irv Rubin and his bodyguards, Al and Joseph.
Mayhem, that's what. For some reason, the KKK stopped by the Jerry Springer Show to discuss race and religion with the JDL, with Springer acting as moderator, for some reason. However, and unbelievably, things quickly spiraled out of control when a KKK member mocked JDL chairman Irv Rubin by revealing a kippah beneath his hood, triggering an all-out melee between the Klan, JDL bodyguards, Springer's security, and even members of the audience. Now that's worth the price of cable.
You piece of. You think I'm afraid of you? No.
Number 7. Living in a box. Say what you will about the Jerry Springer Show, but there's no denying its knack for finding unique personalities.
I'm not going anywhere, Lynn. I'm here because I love you. I'm not.
Take for instance this chap, who decided to shun the societal norm of living in a home to live in a cardboard box. All the man wanted was for his significant other to take him back, which she was having trouble doing, seeing as how he, wanted to live in a box. The best part about this WTF moment is when Boxman threatens Springer, claiming he won't leave the set until Springer convinces his wife to take him back.
I tell you what, if she doesn't come back to me, then I am your problem now. I'm going to sit here on this stage.
Hey, at least he doesn't have to worry about paying rent.
She says she'll take me back, then I'll go. Otherwise, I'm camping right here.
Number 6. The dance/rap/proposal. The Jerry Springer Show saw its fair share of breakups, fights, and proposals over the years, and while it's pretty easy to predict when one is about to occur, this episode had the audience guessing till the very end. It starts with Judah doing a provocative dance for his boyfriend, but quickly devolves into an emotional rap about his desire to take their relationship to the next level.
But baby boo, you know I love you. I'm just trying to do what real couples do. I just want to get a little naked peekaboo.
The whole thing culminates with Judah pulling a ring out of his pants and proposing, much to the crowd's delight and displeasure. The boyfriend looks pissed, but surprises everyone by saying yes. It was a rare happy ending for the controversial show.
Can't believe you did this for me. Yes, of course.
Number 5. Hooking up with the stripper sister. What is it with men cheating with strippers? In this clip, we meet one of the most dysfunctional families on earth.
They were spending a lot of money on me. I went up to the champagne room and I offered him a ride home because he was drunk, and it got kind of wild and we ended up having sex.
After a drunken night at the strip club, a man went to bed with his girlfriend's sister, a stripper. Naturally, this put all 3 parties at odds with each other, but it gets worse. Apparently, it isn't the first time the stripper has done this to her sister, it's the 3rd.
Why the hell would you do this to me again?
Christina, what do you mean again? And at least I'm telling
you had
you right
sex
now,
with 2 of my other boyfriends.
I'm telling you that. I'm sorry.
Shockingly, the 2 women come to blows, with the stripper losing a clump of extensions for her trouble. As the crowd chants some nasties, Springer is left holding the locks in disbelief, while the girlfriend wraps up the relationship.
We're done. We're so done.
Number 4. Lost dentures.
I can't believe you're that stupid. You just now figure out that I'm cheating on you? I've been cheating on you for the last 4 years with hookers.
While we'd love to see this entire entry talking about what a horrible person the man in this episode is, and well, he is, we can't ignore the fact that a woman's dentures literally fell out of her mouth during a fight.
Yeah, I'm a hooker. Yeah, I'm sleeping with your husband. I take his money to feed my kids. I don't care about you. You're pathetic.
The fact that the woman in question is a hooker, who is pretty pleased with herself for providing services to another woman's husband, just makes her teeth falling out all the more hilarious. Thankfully, a security guard brings her a glass of water to deposit the teeth in. However, he then turns to the crowd and raises the cup like it's the Holy Grail, garnering cheers typically reserved for a last-second touchdown in the Super Bowl.
Thank you.
Number 3. Cutting off your own legs. By now, it should be wholly apparent that there are some strange people out there. However, it takes a special kind of strangeness to cut off limbs because your brain told you so.
I didn't want them. My brain just kept saying get rid of them, so I had to get rid of them.
Springer perfectly prefaces the episode saying, "This may be the most bizarre story we've done in our 15-year history." Apparently, Sandra decided to cut off both of her legs with a circular saw because the voices in her head told her to do so.
Looked at the saw and looked at my leg and said, well, it's now or never.
Bizarre barely scratches the surface when discussing this guest, who genuinely makes us worried for the future of humanity.
Are you finished, or are we going to lose other limbs?
No, I'm finished.
What if your brain one morning says, you know what, I'm so tired of this arm?
I'm an artist. I need my arm.
Number 2. The guy who cut off his penis. Jerry Springer may have jumped the gun when he referred to the previous episode as the strangest one he'd ever heard.
We're going to talk to Earl Z., a man who cut off his own penis.
After all, those are just legs and a circular saw, not a penis and garden shears.
He did it with a pair of garden shears identical to these.
According to Earl, the guy with the shears, he decided to snip his bits just a month before in order to prevent his stalker from being able to touch them. However, the stalker claimed they were once lovers, adding a new angle to the drama. Earl went on to express regret for his actions, as one might expect.
Why?
He's been stalking me for years, and I just can't get rid of him, no matter what I've done. It was like the only alternative to get rid of him. Like, if it's not there, he don't want me.
Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few dishonorable mentions.
Bark like a dog! Louder!
Well, has she seen him recently without a leg?
Well, he don't got this one. If he got a new one, I don't know, but he don't got this one. He hopping around town.
She went to the NIC unit for 5 days. I was by myself.
Yeah.
All by myself.
So who was there for you?
Number 1. The guy who married a horse.
The first one happens to be, it's a real title from one of your shows, I Married a Horse.
Well, this actually happened. I'm not allowed to know what the show's about.
Arguably the weirdest person to ever appear on The Jerry Springer Show, this guest actually started off appearing quite normal. He claimed to be having problems with his neighbors, who didn't get along with his wife. However, things hit the fan when Springer brought out the man's wife, who just so happened to be a horse.
Please meet Mark. He's been together with his wife for 10 years and married for the last 5. But before we talk to Mark, let's meet his wife.
Marrying livestock is at best a mistake and at worst illegal, making this man's arrangement with his horse truly astonishing.
Actually, I'm not really a woman. I'm a horse.
But listening to Springer describe the episode on The Meredith Vieira Show is downright hilarious. Never change, Jerry, never change.
What? No! I'm thinking that his wife fell off the horse. You know, you don't think, oh, gee, that's his wife. So I'm going, oh, my God, someone check backstage.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from Ms. Mojo and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.